Hello everybody. Right, okay, so we are on to, I think, video number 2 now for the resin number 2 nameplate. And as you can tell, I've cut these out. Now I've cut one of them fairly closely to what it should be, and the other one I've left loose, and there's a reason for that. I'll show you. Just move the camera up. Hopefully. You don't need to see my face for all this. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do in a minute is I'm going to take these down using a little bit of masking tape and position them. Then what I'm going to do is, the idea is, with a pencil, I'm going to draw around the outline on this, on the paper, right? And I'm going to see if it leaves an indentation on the wood. If it does, then I can carve the indentation. If it doesn't, then I will need to go more to this approach. So, let's, now I need to tape them down, because if I don't, the fucking wind's going to blow them over. Now I could go and close my window, but I've been quite hot today, and to be honest, I want the fresh air. Also, when I start carving this out, it's going to make a bit of a mess, I think. So I definitely want the fresh air at the minute. Okay, so let's position the number 2. Try and get in around about the right place. So I might move the camera. I will move the camera again. Means you might have to look at my fat gut, but if it gives you a better view of what I'm doing, then it's worth it. And obviously it's going to be upside down, but rather upside down for you than me at the minute. Right, now I am just going to put a little bit of tape on there. And there, because I should be able to draw over that. So let's see if it's going to work then with this. Now admittedly my hands are not the most stable. I'm also not the most artistic, so these are not going to be perfect lines. But to be fair, it is only intended as a guide. Now one thing I don't know is whether the piece of wood that I intend on using will indent in the same way. If it doesn't, then I'll draw it on. I'm trying to apply a bit of pressure here. I've moved the camera and I've blocked your view with my hands, but I needed to hold the paper. I am kind of just doing this a bit rough at the moment, but I might go around some of these corners on their own to make it easier to do. Now I may have been better off taping down the whole of the number. I'll be amazed if this works. that all of it? I think it is all of it. Well, it was stuck on well enough that it took off some of the green ink from the number. Okay, now I don't know if you can see it. I can. Can you see it? I can't tell on the camera. I can see it enough now that I could connect it up. Even though I'm following a line, I'm still fucking shit and shaky. Oh, fucking hell, hands, come on. Now, trying to do it in like one sweeping motion for me isn't working. I seem to be better sort of doing it like this. It isn't a perfect line, but as a guide, it might work better for me. So I was a little light on it there, but it's enough that I can see it still. But the firmer I do it, the easier the pencil would just follow the groove. But not bad, I'd say. Okay, right, let's do the stairs. Oh. Oh, okay. I should have moved the two over. Oh well. Right. Don't you go blowing off. Excuse me. Right. Give myself a little bit of room there. Now obviously I'm not measuring this for whether it's level or not. I am just freehanding it. Two reasons: one, this is just a test piece, and two, I really can't be arsed with fucking lining it all up. If I wanted it perfect, I could, but I'm not interested in perfect. I'm more interested in natural, which might sound stupid, but that's me. Right, now these are slightly straighter lines apart from the corner, so if I do, I'm going to do all of the sort of straight lines and then do the corners. Okay, time to do the corners. Looked at a bit with a curve there. Sorry, didn't realise I was off camera. Just turn that way a bit and then I can sit a little more comfortably. Starting to wish now I'd paid more attention in fucking art class. Now let's do the arrow. And that line there. Okay, let's see if that has worked. Yes, it has. I'm fucking amazed. An idea I've had has worked. I don't know if you can see it or not, but you will in a minute once I've drawn around it. I am quite impressed that that has actually fucking worked. Trying to let the pencil go through the groove on its own at the moment. It's working apart from when it gets up to the tougher knot. Well, not knot, but what's it called? Green. Okay, there we go. Can't argue with that really, can I? Now, I get to try and carve it, but I'm going to go and upload this video onto the computer first, and get myself set up for carving that out, because I've no idea how that bit's going to go. Alright, back in a minute. Okay everybody, I am just about ready. I'm masked up, soon to be goggled up. Now I would expect this to make quite a bit of mess. So I'm going to start off without my vacuum cleaner on. But if I do feel the need to put it on, I will. So let's see how it goes. Now the bit that I've put on the Dremel looking at the instructions, is the one that, well, it's the one that I would want. But I'm going to need to make sure I don't go too deep with it. But I've never used one. No idea what it's like. So let's find out, shall we? What should we start with? Something I'm just thinking of is, if I was to put the point in there, I'd end up carving over there. So maybe I need to line up the cog. We'll see. Tip's doing its job, but I don't know whether I should be going a bit more like that. No. Right, what I think I'll try is a different bit. Stuck on my thumb then. Okay, so this is an engraving bit. So I've never used an engraving bit, but this should be able to go all the way around the edge. So let's see how we get on with that. Oh, that's much better. I like that. Oh, gone off the edge a bit. I suppose if I just, yeah. It seems to prefer going that way, obviously it must be to do with the direction. So maybe what I'll do is do all the lines. So a bit like I did with the pencil. For a freehand engraver, it's not that bad. I've got to say, I like that. Obviously that's not how it's going to stay. I need to basically take out a lot of this in the wood, so that's what I'm going to do now. But I am going to put my vac on because it is going to kick up a bit more dirt. There's something wonderfully satisfying about that. Now, I'm kind of getting a hang of the tool itself, but I am contemplating how I get this big inner bit all smoothed down to the same level. Maybe that's where this one will come in handy, so that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to be careful though, because there's a good chance that could be hot. But yeah, there's definitely something oddly satisfying about doing that. Okay, well, let's see if this. Make sure it's tightened up. So let's see if this will do it. I don't know. Find out. Not convinced. I'm not convinced that the sander would do it either. I think I'll go back to this, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get it level. There's one of the other bits that would be a little better for it. Not really. Okay. Well, let's keep trying with this. Let's see. Give it a chance. Not convinced with that particular bit. Let's see if the sander will do it for us. I've got a feeling it won't because it's quite coarse and I can't get flat. Okay, well, that's not quite going to plan, but it doesn't really matter anyway because I intend on using black in there, and because I'm going to use black in there, you're not going to be able to see the bottom anyway, so it's not going to matter if it's a bit scuffed up, really, but I did want to try it anyway, because if I did want to use a different colour or a lighter colour, I would have needed to know exactly how to do it. Just thinking, I think there's a smaller, there's a smaller engravers bit. Yes, there is. There's a couple of smaller ones. Let's try that one. Fucking tiny. Fucking tiny. Just thinking I'd try this for cleaning up the edges. Come on, why won't you? There we go. Let's see if this will just clean up the corners and the edges a little better. Well, very interesting. So I'm just thinking really what I could do with is a conical sander, sanding bit. So I might have to have a look. So something like that, but that was a sander, I think might work better. But I'm quite happy with that. I mean, it ain't perfect, but for a first carving, that's not bad. I'm going to go and upload this video, and the next one will be on a different clip, where I will dig out all of that shit.